Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we are taking a look at starting your first song in GarageBand or GarageBand, depending on where you are. Okay, so I guess since Apple made it and they are American, it's GarageBand. Okay, so when you first open GarageBand, you'll be presented with this kind of screen where you can scroll through and choose the instrument or that you want to use, or you can even plug your guitars in, keyboards, etc. if you want to. We are going to start with the drummer. And I'm going to start with percussion because I just want to lay down a little bit of percussion. So I'm going to click on this and it will load up the percussionists. And I am going to choose Quincy. And if we play now, you'll see that I'll swap it up a bit. GarageBand has now created a percussion track for us. Now we have complete control over this track. If we want, we can increase the fills, that we can add different instruments, we can take different instruments out. So maybe for this first 8 bars, it will automatically create an 8-bar loop for you. But if you want it to be shorter, go to this little plus button and tap on this. And then you can choose the amount of bars. You could say you only want it to be 4, or you want it to be, well, as much as you like. But let's go down to, let's leave this on 8, like that. Or you can set it on automatic, and that's nice if you're recording an instrument like a guitar, and it'll just carry on recording until you stop. However, we shall leave it on this, and maybe we could duplicate this. So now we've got 2 sections, and if we look at all sections, now let's open this back up. We have 16 bars, and it's going to be playing the same pattern. Listen. So exactly the same pattern, but let's say we want to select this pattern here, and I'm going to take out the tambourine, the cowbell. I'm going to take out the claps as well, and I'm also just going to add in some bongos. So we've got some congas and bongos, but we've taken the claps out. And then when it play, I'm going to go to this section where you'll see that it's still the same, and I'm going to add the bongos in there. I'm going to take out this, but I'm going to add the claps back in. So if you look now, the only difference is this, but I'm going to increase the fill amount and maybe the conga amount as well. Don't need to worry about this or anything else. So now when we go back to the beginning, you'll hear the difference when it changes over. Cool. So if you wanted even more variation, you could set your cursor somewhere on any of these, either here or there, double tap, and then hit split, and then you'll get a little scissor icon. You just drag it down like that, and it splits it into 2. And then you can make even further variations. So we could actually start off without the congas, without the bongos, sorry, and even without the shaker. But let's make the conga a little bit more expressive. And then in this one, you'll see that it adds back in. And then in this one, even further. So now we've made quite the variation. And then you might want to start your music there, kind of thing. And then, of course, it goes into there. Okay, so I'm happy with that. We hit this little icon here, and that will take us to our kind of 16-bar track view. Now, don't forget, at any time, you can just zoom in to either A or B, and then you can duplicate either A or B or both, or add another pattern in. Well, just to keep it simple, we'll stick with this, and then we'll go add down here. And now we can choose something else. So let's add some, let's keep scrolling. I'm scrolling with my finger. I know you can't see that. Let's add some, we could either add some Alchemy synth or more sounds or smart piano. Let's add more sounds. And I'm going to use this fairy tale bells. And I've got a little MIDI keyboard plugged in, but you can play this. But I'm just going to record some notes in with this. So, and I'm going to record it over the entire 16 bars, although I could just record it over, let's record it over 8 bars and then duplicate it so you can see how to do that. Go to here again, just select section A. Okay, and now you'll see that it pans out and it's just going to record section A. Now, if I hit record, I will get a 4-bar count in for me to start playing my keyboard. So let's do that, shall we? And we'll also hear the percussion that we laid down as well, which is very nice. Now we've got that track recorded. Let's press stop. Go back to our view now, see what's occurring. And now, at any time, we've got our 2 tracks now. We can move out to see the mixer controls, or move it back in. Let's do it like that. Move it out to see the mixer controls. We can go to the channel settings, and whichever one is selected is the one that will be highlighted for this section here. And here's where you can add your compressor. So let's play the thing and mess around with the keys. We could add a little bit of reverb. Or delay. We could pan it. Or have access to the master volume. And you can, if you want to, where it says plugins and EQ, you could go to this and start actually adjusting the effects manually, like the visual EQ. And then just click done when you want to get away from that view. Or you can also add, stop that, you can also add in a UV3 effects or anything else that you've got knocking around. And then effects down here, these are kind of like effects that will apply globally. So you could play around with them if you like. So let's add something else, but first let's extend our track a little bit. So we've got here now, I am going to duplicate this one here. So actually, wait, I know what to do. Let's see all sections, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. But I think, I'm not sure, I can check this actually. Just let me double tap on this. I'm going to delete this, and let's see if I just drag this out. No, it leaves it blank. So you do need to do the copy and paste thing. So I'm not no GarageBand expert. I'll just paste it again. Cannot paste, right. Cannot paste to this location. I can paste to this location, though. Right, go there. Paste. Okay, so now we've got it pasted over there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this second section, section B. So if I move my timeline out of the way, cursor thing, I'm going to choose section B and I'm going to duplicate section B. So now section B has been duplicated. I'm going to add some drums. So we've got section B duplicated, and I'm going to add some more drums. So I'm just going to hit plus, and we can go to acoustic drums, but I'm going to add some more smart drums in as well. So we can go to acoustic here. So where it says drummer, go to acoustic. And now we can choose an actual drummer. We can audition how it's going to sound in our section. So there's different presets. Now, there are also different drummers. We can swipe to see the different drummers. Electronic drummer. But I am going to stick. I'm going to stick with the Mayer one, and I'm going to make it simple to start. So take some stuff out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And like I said, you could do exactly the same thing. You could start to split stuff like this, and then I'm going to duplicate section C, and let's add some bass. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you one of the smart instruments now. So I'm going to go to bass, and where it says smart bass, I'm going to tap on this. So I'm going to touch the screen. So if we play let's play the track and have a mess around. So the whole thing's in A minor, basically. So you can just basically play anything that's in A minor. Here's the interesting thing with the, you can play it with your finger like this. And you can see the chords, and you can change the chords out. You can set up the chords and how everything, you don't need to have those chords. You can swap the chords and the scale, etc., and go with notes or chords. But what is nice, and different bass guitars, for instance. I could try this. I'm going to go with the precision bass. We can have different rhythms. So, and the high, once you've touched it, it will stay switched on until you change it. But the higher up the number you go here, see if you can see, sorry about that, here, the more complex the rhythm. So that might be a bit too complex for now. So let's stick with number 2. Let's play the track and just jump in. So I'm just going to record that in. And what happened there is I didn't get that on the first count, and I missed the actual. So if we go back to the track, I'm just going to delete this. So we'll tap on that, delete it, and then go back to the start, go back to we double tap on the instrument we want to go to. And I'm going to just run that again. But before the actual counting finishes, I'm going to hit my A minor. So it's already started before it starts to record. So like that. And it'll change on the bar sort of thing. So when I change this, and then it'll stop recording for you. Now also, let's go and have a look and edit that, because I made a mistake. And if we edit like this, we can go and see the MIDI. And let's go and close this in a bit and see where I made the mistake. Now I made the mistake, well, I'll know when I hear it. So on this F there, we don't want that, so I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to replace it with another, let's see, I don't know how to actually, is there oh yeah, draw another note in there for that. I think it was there, but if that doesn't sound right, actually I'm going to leave it. I'm going to take it out. Let me just do this. I'm going to delete that and just see how that sounds. I'm going to place another note, tapping on this here will let us add notes in. So I'm going to add a note. And I'm not exactly sure. I think this will be okay. I'm going to see now. So we'll just close that there. Yeah, it's perfect now. And then, well, at this point in real life, you'd start be wanting to add choruses and stuff like that, but it's exactly the same technique. You could carry on over just the drums or whatever, and then start to kind of choose your different instruments to write for your chorus. But if you look at the entire project now, like this, by tapping on this little plus and go all selections, you will see the whole thing that you've just done. I mean, you can see how we've started to build it up, but also how we changed up the drums as well. But you see, in this second section where the bass comes in, we could also alter the drums for Maya. So let's actually go to that, shall we? And look at this section and go, right, let's make it a bit more busy. Let's put some sticks in. Let's make it a bit louder and a bit more complex. Maybe make the shaker and the hi-hats a bit more complex as well. So now we're going to notice a difference. Let's go back to our main view. We're going to notice a big difference in the drums here once it goes past this one. But you could also do the same with this, or you could just take it out. Depends on what you want to do. It's really easy to build stuff up in GarageBand or GarageBand. Let's listen to the track. And you could record audio in, of course. Bit of percussion there. We could add some synth in there, actually. It might be nice. This out here. And then it'll loop back around until you add another section. Yeah, so let's add some synth to start when this second section starts, shall we? So again, we press add and we can just scroll around until you find this, and I'm going to add some from Alchemy. That's the built-in synth. The thing to remember as well with GarageBand is everything in it is free. So I'm going to choose a, let's see. I don't want to spend too long searching for. Yeah, that's quite nice. You need something with a little bit of. I'm going to leave it on its. You can automate all this, by the way. If you have record running and move this, it'll just all record for you. So let's go and have a listen to the show. Let's record a section. So go and find out where we want to record. So section B, I'm going to start at section B. And it's quite easy because I'll just be able to copy. So I could record the entire thing, but you don't want to listen to that again. So I'm going to record from section B. Okay. Excuse me. And just go to our new synth, which is this. It's just dragged down from the top. We can see it recording. So let's get a counting started again, shall we? So... And you'll hear the previous four, the previous bar. Don't overdub it, do we? So let's see what we've got now here. Super. Turn it down in the mix a little bit. And that, guys, basically is how you start. You start a track in GarageBand, and then you can literally just, like I said, if you want to go and look at like all sections, hit all, but then you can go, right, I'm going to add another section. So you can just add a completely new section, section E, like this. And let me just see what's going on here. has it? I'm going to view section E. It looks like it may have already added, yeah, it's added the drums for us. This is so probably it gives you a guide, but you can just, if double tap on this, delete it, or again, go into it, double tap on that, go and see the drummer itself. And then if it's like a chorus, you might want to be taking things out and stuff like this, making it the most complex and with a few more fills kind of thing. Or you can take it out, but it's nice that it adds it in there. It's basically a click, so you don't have to keep switching the met on. So yeah, awesome stuff. Let's go and see. So what would happen is after that kind of end bit to your start of your song, you could actually have that as like a little bridge. So what you can also do is just shorten the section there by a couple of bars like that, sorry, and this one to be like this. And then you could go into the plus and go, oh, well, section E, I want that to be 4 bars, and it will automatically adjust that for you. So again, if we look at all of our sections, I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning myself. Like I said, I'm not a GarageBand expert, but every time I use it, I really enjoy using it. So now we've got the whole section. We don't need to go. Yeah, well, let's hear what our think, because we can go in and we could change our sound because it's MIDI. If we didn't like it, you know, we could audition different sounds. Not too bad, I don't suppose. It's not brilliant. Nice simple rhythm there to start, and then we made it a bit busier, I think. Actually, this could be cool. Check this out, right? Let's go and focus in on our little fill sec. We'll finish soon. We'll focus in on our little fill section here. And like I said, what we do, we've got 2 bars of fills, right? So let's highlight this. Let's put our cursor there, and let's double tap and press split. And let's select this, double tap and press split. I'm going to drag down on this one first, so I'll split that one. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to choose split and then just drag down. So now we've got 4 sections. Well, because this is a middle 8, right, let's look at these sections, shall we, for the drummer. So this is kind of the bridge going into, would maybe be going into the chorus, I suppose. So let's take the fills down a little bit and the shaker out. And in this section, let's put the fills right up there. And we've got it complex, and let's add more stuff in. And just for fun, let's add all of that in. Let's go back to our view here. And let's do the same for the percussion. So let's highlight the percussion. We'll leave the percussion, this section of percussion, we'll leave it, we'll pull it down and have it quite simple. But for this section, because this is going to be our kind of build up to the loads of fills, in bongos as well, and heck, let's put in that jam block and the chimes just for fun. But now it'll get quite, both drums should get quite busy going into what would be maybe a chorus as the next section you add, sort of thing, which is very cool. So let's again check all sections. Don't worry, we're not going to play the whole thing again. Let's play it from maybe, I don't know, where you maybe start singing or what have you. And the drums come in. Oh yeah. Oh. I really like that actually. Brilliant. So now you could then actually, I wonder if it copies these again. I bet it does. Let's add another section and see. So let's add section F, and section F will default to 8 bars. So remember, always the default is 8 bars, and then where you take that is entirely up to you. So it's duplicated. What's it duplicated drum-wise? So you've got what? You get 8 bars of starting for your chorus. You know you can either delete, add, adjust, filter, edit, add another drummer if you want to, add more percussion for your chorus, whatever you want to do. But it's what I think it does is adds the drummers in as a click for each new section. And then you can please yourself what you do with them. Of course, you can still go back to any of your instruments anytime and just play them into the chorus, sort of thing, whatever you had for a chorus, as it were. But yeah, cool beans. So there would be your beginning of your chorus, I suppose. So you've got your bridge, which is just your percussion, and then let's have a listen to how it like kind of folds into this. So it works really well. Then you can just carry on adding and doing. And then in the end, you can do your mix. You can do any effect editing you would like to do on any of the instruments, of course. You might want to add some compression to your bass or whatever. You know, it's very cool. There's also loads of other cool stuff. There's a couple of channels you need to check out. Pete John's, his channel for GarageBand. Also the GarageBand guide as well on YouTube. These are all really useful places to find out tons of stuff about GarageBand. Also Jade Star. So yeah, it's fun stuff. I like it. I like messing with it. It's great. Anyway, guys, listen, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a Patreon from as little as $1 a month, or buy some merch. If you're watching on iOS, it's on the top right. If you're watching on your desktop, it's below the description video. You'll see all the merchandise we have, and I will be adding more. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Ta-ra.